just encountered with more Star Wars. One over there with a lightsaber. I fought the Daleks before. The Cyberman.
Go downstairs so you can sign up for the
Yeah. Changelings as well. And also other things. Look at the bibs. Get for the baby.
So cute.
Get the bow tie one or the Batman one. That'd be so adorable. Yeah, but
It would be cool if I got a jet. It was really pissed.
oh yeah. Yeah. Dot 2. Welcome aboard.
It's like really old comics.
Yeah. A Cyberman. So cool. Oh my god. And this is what happens when you get samurai swords. The actual blades.
Small, medium, large, set of 3. Also super.
So cool. We got zombie blades. We got Walking Dead. There's some zombie blades from The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead.
There's a keyblade!
You want a keyblade? Ah,
75
Mem should have dropped out some 70
You can't afford it.
or 80. That'd be so cool. There's a
A
keyblade.
keyblade is so cool.
Yeah. If it was cheap, if it was only 20 quid, you'd be able to buy that.
Hey, I'm happy with my.
Yeah, but do you know what's happened to your keyblade that I made you? It's in the shed and it's broken.
I know it is.
It's better with the actual ones, you know. If you could.
Do you want to check back and see if Colin Baker's. Or do you want to quickly go upstairs and sign you up for the competition?
Yeah, good idea. I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do 1 minute on stage. I might come in first place.
I don't know. What am I doing?
And in first place you get 50 pounds. That's £50 for first place. Second place you get a voucher for costs. I think it's some. I can't remember what it's
Read
called.
about
Follow the Doctor.
where's the cosplay?
I think it's that way. Is it?
I'm not sure.
Find out. Put the camera down for a second. Probably is.
I see there's a changing room.
Yeah. Ooh. Use the Force. The Force Unleashed. Oh, look at that. Get to the chopper. Colin Baker's not down there yet, but should keep going. It's going to be a long video. Oh, look at that steampunk mask. Stuff, steampunk. You said you want steampunk goggles. Look what they got here. Regular and spikes on it. Spend £10 for it. No way. Joker. Like a bet. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This is,
I don't trust you.
not really. I wouldn't actually pay for it. Yeah, you got. Oh, look. There's the TARDIS I've been looking for everywhere. Do you know where I've been looking for her? Not really. Because I'm wearing no shirt underneath, and if you're wearing 2 t-shirts, that's bad. So we can fight Darth Vader. Or... Oh, I can tell there's some Assassin's Creed here. One over there. Look at this place. You like the view? It's so cool. Oh, look at that. Pink Pie. She's down there. Hey, Pink Pie.
Oh, that really huge.
Yeah, it's so gigantic, you'd be terrified. Look at that, I get a picture of you. Or a you can
I can't see in the far away. It's not helpful.
You forgot your glasses, didn't you?
No, they're in my bag.
Didn't use them?
Shop workshop, cosplay competition, plus a group photo, Q&A stage, everyone welcome, main event.
Actually, I don't mind if...
My daughter has a puncher, Q&A.
Actually, it don't matter if I could sign up anyway, because...
I thought you wanted to.
Well, if we can't find it, then it don't matter. You gotta do. That's the doctor's work. There's some Scooby-Doo. Oh, look at that Deadpool over there. Look at that. Photo background. Planets. Skies. Hang on. There's no poster for the staff only. Okay. I don't know. Wanna have a look? Oh, they're selling little sabers.
Hello,
Yep.
how are you?
Very good.
Welcome to Jedi Corner. This is the behind the scenes bit called What Happens When Your Lightsaber Malfunctions. Now, as you may have seen in the books, right? Bit
Yes.
easy though this is, science fiction becoming science fact. This is actually not too far from the actual design of a lightsaber when they get round to it, because they talk about having big rounded power cells to power the laser itself. And these are sort of probably the nearest thing that we've currently got that will do the same job. So all we do is we crack open a couple of these, like so. Enjoying this? Are you watching? This is my young apprentice Padawan. Hi everybody, how are you? Have you come to the Fight Academy? I've just come for a browse and
Didn't know what was going on here.
yeah, this is where the Jedi Fight Academy is going to be. At the moment we're doing some behind the scenes, how to service and fix your lightsaber before doing the fight class. They are a bit fiddly. So once we get these all cracks open, I'll get some scissors actually, otherwise I'll have no teeth left. Do they just
That was the Jedi class.
I think it's over there.
Yeah, follow me. Good. Now keep ya. Don't give him eye contact. Uses a strong, powerful force. Darth Vader versus me. Who would win? Me. Just me. Put that in the comments below. Who would win in a fight? Darth Vader or me? Because I know it'd be me. Who would win? Me or Darth Vader? Because I could shut down his lightsaber, so...
I think that's the play.
Yeah?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you got CD? Give me CD. Come on, cough it out. Can't steal from the doctor. Yep.
Come on, then.
Coming with me? Because I'm not having you wander about. Hiya. Right. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. I got a CD right here.
Sorry?
Got a CD right here.
Oh, cool. Awesome. We will try and do that.
Try and get it. We were told it's got to be on a flash drive.
Yeah.
It will be off a laptop.
So we
Oh,
should
yeah.
be able to do it.
It should be alright.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know if we can or can't either way.
Okay,
Yeah, if you
okay.
want to film.
Yep. Hold the camera.
That one.
Yep.
No, we just want
Don't show my name on camera. Secret identity. Clockwork.
You can give us your password on stage, or you can do as little or as lot as you want.
I got one. Yeah, totally.
Coming this way. I want to
I think because I can turn off his lightsaber.
I want to hug Darth. I just want to have a hugging so look there. Yeah. I don't want to just blonde him though. He might be freaked out. Yeah, that's what I mean. I did get pissed off when he just blonde me man.
Well, pissed you off, cheap.
Yeah.
When I start freaking out,
When people start kissing me.
is that?
Some random people kiss me on the cheek yesterday. I was just like,
My favourite part.
even from there, the stormtroopers couldn't shoot the Stay Puft Man.
Nope, it says music and flash right, but it's on the CD, so I would say.
Yeah, that's fine. Just leave that one. I'll do that one.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
then, yeah, that's for us.
Yeah.
It's cool. So did you hand make the outfit or?
I managed to make it, I managed to find a jacket. Managed to get this off eBay, which is a fob watch on Amazon. Goggles, steampunk. Got that from eBay as well. Got the Sonics.
What size figure have you found?
Two.
Best.
One can take out Darth Vader, two of them.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. No worries. So if you come back here at 4:30,
Yep.
you'll line everyone up, and then take everyone downstairs on stage, and you'll be number 2.
Way.
Cool.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Wanna go fight Darth Vader? Should we go fight Darth Vader?
No, it's not.
What are you doing? Sorry, screwdriver, activate. Take that. Nervous for being number 2. Don't think he's going to be yet. I think he's going to do his show thing. It doesn't matter. We haven't got Colin Baker yet.
I think he's probably still trying to get good.
If he's not here today, that's fine by me. Fine by me.
It isn't for me, because you said you take my Kingdom Hearts away.
Yeah,
Better not.
I will. And I'll destroy it. Send it into space, destroy into the sun, where you can't see it again. Short for
Yeah, that's what they all say. Keep it secret.
you want to keep it secret, or do you want?
I went to their Comic Con.
Yeah? That is awesome. Bit of R2D2. Wee. Look at that. Bit of R2 in it. I can hear Back to the Future in the background. Oh wait, you have a disco. It's taking out the stormtroopers. We'll go close up. So cool.
What's that?
Uh-oh. R2's in trouble. Yeah, hold it. Uh-oh. R2's not in danger. Come, we shall save them.
Yeah, this is Rainbow Dash. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cute, isn't it?
Yep.
Playing a bit of Star Wars by the people, I can't remember who they are. A bit of Darth Vader. Scary. Scary Darth Vader. Haunted. Still got a bit. Really?
Yeah, that's him now.
Oh, it's 15 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, you got your wallet?
Yeah, you're gonna have to help me open one. How much?
It's £15. There you go.
Alright, you're gonna.
Oh, let's go.
You gonna film?
Do I have to?
You have to keep filming it.
Oh my god.
It's for the fans of Doctor Who. Yeah?
Go on then.
Yes. Do you want me to pull out
Yeah, pull out your money.
that?
That's 25.
Oop.
Pay 20. Pay 20. Because you'll get change then. Go on then.
Film him and me. Got it? Film him and me together. Yeah.
Hello, pretty missus.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank
Are you
you.
filming me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's for my.
Film that.
Yeah.
What do you like?
Autograph, please.
Which one would you like? That?
Those are 20.
I like that one, please.
You like that one?
Yes.
Who should I sign it to?
Time Clock Doctor Who's, that's me.
Who?
Time Clock Doctor Who's. W-H.
Just put Gareth.
Go with
Time
Gareth.
Clock
Doctor
Doctor
Who's, as in W-H-O-O-B-E-S. Yeah.
Time. 2 words. Time
Yeah.
clock.
Yep.
Doctor Who. O-V-E-S.
It's W-H-O-O-B-E-S.
No, it's not. It's W-H. It's not W-H. Repeat after me.
H.
Go on. W.
O-O-B-E-S.
W.
H.
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 It's not H.
It's H.
It's
H.
H.
It's
Yeah.
pronounced H.
Yeah.
Will you remember that for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
And then people will think you're an intelligent person.
Yes.
Because you haven't got H wrong. It's not H.
Yes.
Should be.
Yeah.
It
Give
should
him the
be.
letter.
I've watched
Yeah.
Doctor Who all my life.
A-I-T-C-H.
Yeah. I've watched Doctor Who all my life. My mum has, and she loves when he plays the Sixth
And
Doctor.
she's so glad that the doctor is correcting your English.
Yes.
Thank you for that. You get one. Oh, you want my signature as well?
Yep.
There you are, my handsome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Enjoy
and
your
it's an
grammatical
honour to
day.
meet
Yes.
you. It is an honour to meet you,
Yeah.
sir.
Sweetheart.
I can't.
You can say H, can't you?
H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
That's
my
my girl.
English. My
Yes.
She's just English. I know my English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
We
Hi,
will.
Lonzy.
Thank you.
We just got. Yes. Oh my God, we got an autograph. Come together. Come to close. We just got an autograph from Colin Baker.
And I shook his hand.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know the hate. It's not easy saying H.
It's
H. I can't remember that.
Gats, could you at least hold one of your bottles?
Put it in your. Right. Can you? Hang on.
To the loudspeaker, I'll just have half the fee. And he said, you know what, have the fee. 6 months later, he gave me another job on Minder. So, quite frankly, something must have clicked with him. But that was my first telly.
Well,
Horrendous.
it's quite an inspiration because, you know, you obviously weren't going to be beaten by something.
No, it's something I wanted to do. And with theatre, it was great because theatre, you've got that time, haven't you, to get build up the confidence in order to do it. So, you know, I remember as a kid, I used to going to a tea shop and I'd say, well, I'd like have a cup of tea, coffee. The amount of cheese I had instead of coffee was ridiculous.
I'm sure there's a handful of people that would like to put some questions to Ian?
No, it's too early. No one's going to put their hand up. I know someone will. It'll come any minute. Yeah, we go. Thanks for the question, love. There's another. Oh dear. It's a bit of a worry.
Give me a question to say, and I'll say it for you.
Are you with one at the moment?
Yeah, just actually, just before I came down here, I did Winston Churchill on Doctor Who with Matt Smith, and since that time, all these conventions happen all over the world, which is great. But also, Big Finish Productions are a company linked with Doctor Who that do audiobooks. And so they've actually written 4 special Winston Churchill books to do on audio about Winston Churchill and the Doctor. So the last week I've just done 4 of them, and each day has been a different Doctor that I had to narrate. So I had to narrate Eccleston, then David Tennant and Matt Smith in my as Winston Churchill. So you get a very strange link of me playing those books, but that's great. So nice little box set. I know what my kids are getting for Christmas. as well as a Doc Martin mug that now we've just been doing another series of Doc Martin in Cornwall and Port Isaac. I now have my own mug with Bert Large on the side of it, and they're going to get that for Christmas too. They love Christmas.
Roll on Christmas. When you're narrating books, is there the same kind of preparation that you would put in for acting and playing a part?
There is. The preparation you do is on the script. I've got all these markers, right? So I've got the script, but listen, was it something that I said? They're all you see, they're as bored as I am. Look at that. All going out. Oh, well, have a lovely day. Never mind. Anyways, so there's, on the script. So Winston Churchill says, that's in yellow. As he narrates, that's in blue. A different voice for a doctor, that's in pink. So I know which way to go as you're reading them down in the little cubicle like this,
And what do you think the magic is of Doctor Who? As somebody that hasn't played Doctor Who but has been a part of it, what do you think audiences...
I don't know, it's incredible, isn't it? Because quite frankly, this has launched me, I've been all over the world on the back of Doctor Who. Australia, New Zealand, I'm going to Comic-Con in New York in November, and then Chicago in November. And get this, right? How about this one for the ultimate Doctor Who gig, right? There's a Doctor Who cruise, not just anywhere, around the Caribbean. So there's this big frigging boat, right?
I'm going to say, will you ever come back?
And in one section there are 40, 50 Doctor Who fans. And all I have to do, along with 3 other people who have been in Doctor Who, all we have to do is sit at a table in the evening and have dinner with them. And then move to another table and have dinner with them. And then move to another table and have dinner with them. And they have the audacity to say, look, if you see these people during the day, could you just say hello to them? What about that for a gig? Antigua, Jamaica, all these Caribbean for a whole week. I mean, I'm sorry. Thank you, Doctor Who, very much.
And with regards to your interpretation of Winston Churchill, can you tell us a little bit more about how you did prepare for him?
Yeah, I did. Well, I actually did a little bit. I did a play at the National Theatre called I Never So Good. Before I did the Doctor Who on television, I used to play Winston Churchill in that play. It was about Harold Macmillan, and what I had to do was, I then had to research him, because Jeremy Irons had played Macmillan, I played Winston Churchill, so I did a little research, learned all about his speeches, had the tape up, learned all those strange little things that came out, like he called Nazis. Unbelievable. So, oh, these Nazis. I listened to all these tapes, got some mannerisms, all the rest of it, and then went to where he was born, and I looked at that, which is Blenheim Castle, went to where he was buried, which is a little graveyard nearby, and I went to his little graveyard, and it was a November night, it was very dark. There was this mist coming up from the graveyard, and I'm sure I could hear a sort of whistle, a sort of little whisper going on. And we've got any small children in the audience, cover your ears. That's right, absolutely right. Because as this whisper came up from the grave, don't fuck it up, boy.
We got that on
But I
film.
think the Doctor Who people came to see that show. That's how I got the gig on Doctor Who, really, as Winston.
Because Doctor Who is fantasy, or there's an element of that, are you allowed to kind of exaggerate?
Yeah, I think that what happens, certainly with Doctor Who, is it's not naturalistic, it's not real in terms of, it's not very sort of, very matter of fact. It's what's called heightened reality, so it's up a few notches. A lot of energy, a lot of, it's up. If you look at Matt Smith, I mean, his energy is phenomenal. And you've got to match that somehow. So, yes, it's not quite, it's certainly not naturalistic. And so, it needs that excitement behind it. It needs such a wonderful actor. So to play with him, and Karen Gillan's legs go all the way up, they really do. She's absolutely gorgeous. If I was only 30 years younger and 30 years stone lighter, after her in a big way.
Are there any questions for Ian?
Oh,
there's a gentleman here.
Yep.
There was one here.
Yes.
Looking very dapper.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Can I ask you the name of who you're sitting next to?
Yes.
Was that the name I meant to get up? Are you friends with that girl over there, Bailey?
Yes.
Are you, yeah, that's what it was. That's what I was meant to say. Got the name wrong.
Yes. My question is, would you ever return for Doctor Who?
Would you ever return for Doctor Who?
Oh, listen, I'm sending the box set. As soon as I finish it, it's going to, what's his name, Moffat straight away. He said, put me back in the show, for God's sake. I want to be with Peter Capaldi. I'd love to be back, yeah.
He is awesome.
I think he's wonderful. I mean, how many of you know that actually the Doctor who's playing Doctor Who now has an Oscar? He won an Oscar for a short film he directed 10 years ago. Peter Capaldi has an Oscar. How about that? That's pretty cool.
I think when you see an actor like Peter Capaldi, it's kind of, acting is so much a testament to tenacity and never giving up, and he's continued to work, but not necessarily.
Questions are always the same.
Nobody would necessarily know who his name was.
Yeah, but in the thick of it, it's just absolutely breathtaking what he does in that show.
That'd be funny. I'm going to start with, actually, the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Well, I didn't call my mom and say, hey mom, I've got a part in the movie. She said, really? What are you playing? Well, it's a giant marshmallow. Oh, that's nice, honey. Have fun. It's always hard to imagine what it will mean when you get a call like that.
Yeah. And Mark, can I start with you with well, you had many jobs as well, didn't you, on the Ghostbusters set, but Slimer predominantly.
Yes, actually I told Billy the story a few years ago, which he was not aware of. Originally I was hired to build the Marshmallow Man system. So I had actually one job to do. The day I showed up, they said, well, actually the next portfolio that came after yours was Billy Bryan. And since he does sheep home construction and does it so well, we're going to have you start sculpting terror dog claws and horns. So
sorry, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Billy. But it actually turned out well because I got to work on Slimer, the terror dogs, and the librarian. So hey, it worked out for me. Be patient, be patient.
And Ernie, you're reading the script. What are you thinking originally? Were you excited by the project? Did it seem crazy?
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was, like you said, it was kind of scary. It was funny. It was a lot of things, and I was broke, and I needed a job, and I thought if this works, I'm gonna, make a lot of money. And I was a single dad at the time, and so the possibilities were enormous, and but it was definitely very exciting, and it was something that was really very, very special. And the guys, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, had already had huge success. I mean, they had already had movies and on television, so I knew that this was going to be something really special.
And Robin, what did you think when you first read, what was a script to an already very, or hugely successful film?
I was brought in, I literally auditioned one day and started rehearsals the next. And I was just given kind of an outline of the scenes for Slimer. I didn't read the whole script. So we were just focused on what we had to shoot. So I kind of saw the whole thing for the first time with everyone else from the week. So I knew what we did, but the whole story was revealed with everyone else.
I see. Are there questions? There must be questions from the audience for our panel. Can I, are there a show of hands? They're all very shy. No, they're all very shy. Have we got one? Oh, lovely.
Was it hard to make the slime monster, the slime ghost? Was it the Slimer? Was it messy as well? Or the ectoplasm?
Was Slimer messy to make?
Who's talking? I'm sorry.
No, the gentleman over there.
Yeah.
Are you men in black?
It's a ghost.
Actually, most of the way that Slimer was made was foam latex, which they still use for prosthetic makeups and stuff. Most of the mess was actually on set done by the prop people. And so even when I shot the suit, it was very dry and on a sound stage and very clean. But most of the processes of the fabrication is glue and fabric and foam, and assembling that all together with the mechanics and making it all work so that it looks good in front of the camera and folds and buckles as realistic as a ghost can be.
He got lucky. He said it was nice and clean and not slime. No, I was slimed from head to toe. They literally had slime wranglers that before we would shoot, they would just slap it all on the costume over the latex. So it was kind of messy. And there's a scene where I'm eating a Togo sandwich. Slimer's eating a Togo sandwich. It ended up, my face is beyond the tongue, and it all ended up on my face. I smelled like onion for like a week. It was, but don't get me wrong.
Well, he wasn't Slimer when he started out.
No, that's right.
It's called Onion Head.
Yeah.
Right.
How appropriate.
And I smelled like onion.
One thing that's at the heart of this film as well is this personalities. I'll start with you, Ernie, if I may, because you're acting against three people who already know each other very well. How difficult was that to integrate yourself into and become a part of the team?
Well, yeah, it was. It was a little odd. I mean, coming in because they were like a family. They were very, one of those dysfunctional families where they love each other but they also hate each other. And so being a little outside of that, and I did a movie called Space Hunter the year before with Ivan Reitman, who produced and directed Ghostbusters. So I had a relationship with him, but it was a little odd, because the guys can be kind of quirky, and the character I played in Space Hunter was a little bit bigger than life, and it was important that Winston not be bigger than life. It was important that he be a part of the team. So I think it was one of the issues going into the movie. They thought that I was the guy from Space Hunter. Of course, that was a character. But after we sort of, found our place, or I found my place at the table, then it was cool. But it was a little bit of an adjustment because you're not just dealing with my relationship with me and Danny, or me and Billy. It's also me and Billy while Billy's dealing with Danny, who's upset with Harold, and so it's all of that. But it's just humanity, and you're working with people. But it was it was a great experience.
And interesting you talk about humanity, because I think what's the secret to the success of the character of Slimer and Stay Puft is there is a humanity to those characters, and that's personified because they're played by actors. Do you think that makes a difference as well, that you have got human beings inside of these make-believe characters?
I don't think the characters would have been the same all being CGI. I think having the human element to it brings it some heart, and I don't think it would have had the same result with the computer generated.
Mark and Billy, I'm sure you both have something to contribute there, have it working in the industry still, comparing the digital age to working in camera.
Love that question. No, we love digital effects. Anybody believe me? Now, actually, there are wonderful things that you can do with digital effects. You can make it a lot easier to work with a puppet. You can stick a rod on an arm, so you don't have to put a mechanism all the way through it. You can get a real performance, but if you start replacing the whole thing, well, there's a lot more work required of the digital artists, and a computer is just like a pencil. It takes an artist to wield it properly, and if you're not really that good at it, if you're just a computer guy and not an art guy, you're going to run into some trouble. And you may have seen some of it here and there.
Do you think, Mark, that the working with the puppets, being a puppeteer, it gives a fluidity to the character, makes it more tactile, and then for an audience, it makes you feel like it's real?
Well, there's definitely a relationship to it, and part of my job as a performer is to make you believe or make you react. And since we all have a common frame of reference, just the ability to say, how would I act as Slimer as a cartoon character, and to get you to laugh, and how quickly can I move, or how would I be, say like a Bugs Bunny or whatever, but as a living character doing a double take, or doing a surprise look, or spinning around and getting ready to run forward. So just having all those references, of course, from childhood, from Warner Brothers cartoons and stuff, and knowing what made me laugh, and I was trying to share that back to the audience. Now also with Slimer, most of my stuff was not shot with actors or any relationship, so we got to see some of the footage, but then we had to react on our own and get shot against blue, and then it's the art of the editor to put it all together and get those punchlines to work.
Are there any questions?
And I think I also like to add that I think ultimately we're storytellers. We as a human species, we live our stories. We find out who we are, we learn how people fall in love, how we raise our children. It's all part of our stories. And before television and film, of course, it was sort of handed down, word to mouth. But now we rely on these stories to kind of find out who we are. And I think what happens a lot of times in the storytelling, they forget the humanity. And so you get a lot of action, but there's no who these people we're following and why do we want to follow them, and ultimately, what does that mean to me? Because we're in all of these things. And I think it's a real important element of storytelling to get the humanity of not just the actors, but also, I suppose, those who are at some point, human, but certainly a part of us. And what I find now is just a lot of the movies, a lot of action, a lot of explosion, a lot of fighting, but I'm kind of going, well, what does that got to do with why am I invested in this? And because we're all invested in this thing called life and with each other. And ultimately, we see ourselves in each other. And I think it's important that Hollywood and film sort of remember that and keep that in play as opposed to just doing something just for the spectacle of it.
Lady, our library ghost, which is a marvellous costume, by the way.
Yes. In fact, we took a photo of all the Ghostbusters yesterday. I don't know how many there were, and then I saw her and I asked her to come and be a part of the photo. But when you see the photo, there's a white light that surrounds you. In this photo, it's a light out of nowhere. So I think the librarian is visiting you even now.
Trying to clap.
I think actually my question is about the library daughter. Because I know she's not in very long, but I'm just curious because you were telling me how this morning how you made it and I just wondered actually how long that sequence took to film. So there's obviously a lot more work involved than what you think is later.
Right. Most of the time it took was the building time. Of course, once you get it on the set, it needs to work and it needs to work reliably. So I probably spent 6 weeks doing the final fabrication, getting everything glued and so that it would all pull when we pulled basically 4 levers and a couple of people blew air hoses and stuff. I think we shot one day. We did about 4 or 5 takes. Between each take, we would redress her, and her mouth was made to split, so we had to glue that back together convincingly and cover it over with makeup.
Even think about that when you're doing that makeup.
It's not quite as easy, but yeah. So just one day, and once they looked at the dailies and they saw what we had, that was it. They were happy with it, and then it went into the film history.
Was it? Am I right in saying that she was made so?